Hey everyone, it's Lauren. Welcome or welcome back. Today I'm doing another collection video. This collection, or like this section of my collection, is my lip glosses, and if you've been around my channel, you know I love lip gloss. It's probably my favorite makeup item, and so if you're like me, then I really think you'll enjoy this video. I have a lot of thoughts about each of these products, so as I talk about what's in my collection, I'm going to be sharing my opinions on them. If you would like to check out any of the products that I mentioned today, as always, I will have any available products linked in the description below. But just so you guys know, if any link has a star beside of it, that means it's an affiliate link, which is just if you decide to purchase the product through the link, I can make a commission off of your purchase, but it's not going to cost anything extra to you. So with all that being said, let's get talking about my favorite and least favorite and meh glosses. So first up, I want to talk about one of my favorite red lip glosses. This is kind of my go-to when I'm wanting a red lip. This one is the Hikari lip gloss in the shade Salsa. Here's what it looks like. I believe this is around like $5 or $6. It's really good. It can be a little bit sticky at times, but honestly I'm okay with it because I don't find it to be too runny and it stays put, and for, you know, a color that is red, that is what I need. Next I have a gloss that I really don't wear too much. It's kind of this bright peachy pink shade in the shade Love Struck from Pure Minerals. I like it. I like the formula on it, but I really think because I don't love the shade, or, you know, the shade isn't exactly my type of shade, I just don't wear it too much. So I have quite a few different glosses from Buxom. I have some of their like cream line and then some of their polish line. So I'm just going to go through them as I see them. But this one right here is one of the Buxom lip polishes. This is one of my favorite lip gloss formulas. This is in the shade Trixie. And this is kind of like a, I don't know, kind of a warm, bright pink shade with a little bit of shimmer to it. I really like it during the summertime. It's a way to have a little bit of fun, a little bit of color without it being too crazy. And as for the like lip polishes and lip creams from Buxom, I just find them to feel really nice, get rid of the lines if you guys have any. I know I do on my lips, and it kind of helps to make everything look really smooth. I like the way that it feels. It does have a bit of a plumping effect, kind of a minty tingle, so if you're not into that, you won't enjoy this, but if you don't have any, issues with that, then this maybe a formula you definitely want to try. As for another lip polish from Buxom, this I believe is the shade Gabby. This is one that is a little bit more, I hate saying the word vampy because one time I said it on my channel and someone like clocked me. They were like, that is not vampy. But it is for me personally. It's just kind of a more plummy shade. It's something I don't really wear that much. So compared to what I normally wear, this is vampy. So I don't get too terribly much use out of it, but I do really like it. And like I said, I love the lip gloss formula, so I keep it around just kind of because of that. Now for a gloss from, okay, yeah, this is the Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine Gloss. I don't think they have this anymore, and honestly, that's okay with me. It's kind of like a holographic gloss, and I used to wear it a lot because it was a little bit more of a subtle holographic shade, but to be honest, I don't know. If I do declutter in this video, I will be decluttering it. If not, you might see it in a declutter in the future. But yeah, I mean, this one was fine, but I don't feel bad talking about it just because it wasn't amazing. It used to be a favorite back in the day, but now that I use it, I realize it's really just not the best. So I have a couple of different Laneige lip glowy balms in here. It's one of my favorite lip balms, but I also it kind of doubles as a lip gloss in my opinion, just because I'm able to use it to get kind of a shiny look on the lips. It just kind of makes me feel a little more put together and look a little bit more put together, but this is the berry version, and I really like this one just because I don't know, it just is nice to have a little bit of color added to the lips. And this is one that's a little bit more universal. You'll see some of the other ones I can't wear quite as much the way that I can wear this one, and I just love throwing it on. I really do feel like it helps my lips to stay hydrated and moisturized, and it just feels very comfortable, and I throw it on all the time, so that's why I have a couple of these. Okay, so moving on to another plumping lip product. This is the Nude Sticks Plumping Lip Gloss. It is in the shade Nude 02, I believe. Really, I like this. I think sometimes it can be a little too pinky, particularly for my complexion on the day-to-day, so I don't wear it, all the time, but I really like the formula on this one. It's plumping, it's got that minty effect. It kind of like tastes like mint chocolate or something, or like smells like, I don't know. It has like that really good sensation on it, so I do enjoy it. My main qualm with this, I don't know if you can see, but there's this kind of like, I don't know, like residue that just comes on the product. Like it's kind of messy, and I have to be careful with where I put it and stuff. So even when I am wanting something that's a little more pink, a little bit more fun, I'm not able to bring it with me because I'm worried that it's going to get everywhere, like on my purse or my bag or whatever. Here is a lip gloss from YSL. This one I actually use quite a bit. I don't know, I guess it's the shade 002, if that's even a shade, but this is one where I was able to get like my name on it, or I wasn't, but my mom got me and a bunch of my cousins and aunts lip glosses with our names on them. But I really do like the formula. I think the customization capabilities are still available. If they are, I'll have that link below, but I'll definitely try and find this gloss because I really do like it. I still wear it a lot. It's just kind of like a clear shimmery gloss that I can top over anything or wear alone. Here I have one from Glossier. It's just their clear lip gloss. I believe this is like $14 or so. This one's really nice as well. I kind of use it in a similar way that I used that YSL one I talked about a second ago, except this one doesn't have any shimmer to it. It's just kind of a sheen, clear, translucent type gloss that I enjoy, and whether used alone or put on top of other things. But I think, you know, there are ones that are more affordable that work just the same, but this is one that I found I like the formula. I mean, I got it, so I keep using it. So as for a product that kind of surprised me, formula and the actual color that I picked, it's the Milani, Ludicrous Lip Gloss in the shade Semi Charmed. This is one that, you know, you kind of look at it, you see it's like a not iridescent, but shimmery, kind of pinky purpley mauve shade, and you think it's going to be like really intense and kind of crazy, and it definitely does have a little bit of color to it, but weirdly enough, I was afraid it was going to kind of look like child's makeup whenever I used it, but I find that it just does a great job of kind of elevating a look, making it look a little bit more sophisticated, or whatever the case may be, a little bit more put together, and I really enjoy it. I want to get some more shades in this because I like the formula, I like the way that it wears, just the way that it looks. I was very impressed by it, and again, for a drugstore gloss, incredible. There's so many great drugstore glosses, but the fact that it is more affordably priced than some of the more, you know, Sephora Ulta-y ones, I love that. As for one I don't like, I bought this a while back. It's probably expired, like ready to go, but this is the Makeup Obsession Lip Gloss in the shade Romantic. I don't want to say I hated this, but I kind of hated this. It wasn't good. It felt very it gave a lot of color. There was no shimmer or anything. It kind of felt like a liquid lipstick, but not. I don't know. There was very few things to like about this. If you see this and are interested in it, I would recommend just skipping over it because it really was not that good. Like I said, kind of similar to this one, I'll probably end up decluttering it soon. Okay, here is another one of the Buxom lip polishes. This is one of my, oh sorry, there's a car going by. A loud one too. Anyway, one of my favorite like colors in the polish, it's the Princess shade. Guys, I love this one. It gives like this kind of iridescent look, but it's not like super unnatural or anything. Like I can wear it on its own. I can top it over other things. There was actually a Buxom lip crown thing that I used to wear this over all the time, but then that one went bad and the product, you know, isn't available anymore. Whatever the case may be, I know that whenever I do run out of this one, I will definitely be repurchasing it because it's been one of my favorite shades and my favorite formula for a long time. As for another Buxom lip polish, I told y'all I have a lot of these. This one is probably the newest one to me. It's the Dolly Lip Polish. I also have it in the lip cream. I think I like it in the lip cream a little bit better just because, I don't know, this one can be a little bit too pinky, but I still really like it. I wear it quite a lot. I mean, there's really not more I can say about it other than it's a nice shade and I enjoy it. Okay, next one is one that you can see is kind of separating a little bit. I just haven't used it in a while, but whenever I do use it, I feel like it still is perfectly fine, even though it is a bit older. But this is one from Pat McGrath Labs, and this is their lip gloss. I think it's in the shade Love Potion. So that's what this one is. I love the formula on it. It feels very good, not sticky really at all, but it does wear away pretty quick. Like you do have to reapply this one quite often just because it doesn't have the wear time that some of these others have. So now for the last, I think this is the last lip polish I have in the Buxom formula. It's in the shade, I believe, Tanya. This is probably the first one I ever had. And this one, it looks very similar to this one. I know I got this one first because it's like the older packaging on it. But you can see the the Trixie shade is a little bit warmer and a little bit slightly less pink than that other one. This one's a little bit more natural. This one's a little bit more, you know, brighter. And so that's kind of the way that I distinguish between the two. As for another lip plumper, this is one that I got it and I loved it. And I got so many backups that I just feel like I'm never going to run out of this. It's pretty intense and it's a Pillow Pump lip plumper from Soap and Glory. So this is what it looks like. I think I just have this one in the clear version, but I've tried, I believe, some of their colors. Personally, the clear is the only way for me to go. Otherwise, I just look insane because of how, you know, plumping it is. And it really does give a plumping effect. It's not painful or anything, but if you don't have like much of a tolerance for that, then you're really not going to like this one. I like it. It has like a nice applicator to it. The only thing is it can get sometimes kind of messy. The residue will kind of, you know, get on the sides. And so you really can't bring it with you much. I remember I like put it in my purse and one time it just ruined that one. So just a little side note. Now we have one of the Fenty lip glosses. This is the like original Fenty Glow, and this one I really like. Out of the two that I have two different versions of the gloss, and this one's a little bit more warm tone, rosy shade, really pretty and nice for the fall months, but I have another one that I like wear all the time and top a lot. Actually, it's right here. It's the shade Sweet Mouth, and this one I love because I can wear it on its own. I can top it over other things. It's just kind of like a shimmery shade, really, honestly, with like a hint of pink to it. So it lends itself really well to pairing with other products, and I use it like all the time. I feel like I'm honestly like wearing it a lot in videos, so whenever you're wondering what that like glossy shade I'm wearing is, this is probably it. Either that or the YSL one that I talk about a lot. So now for a lip cream that I love from Buxom. This is the shade White Russian. This is one I really like. It's just kind of a subtle pinky nude shade. I love topping it over like my nude lip glosses lipsticks during the fall. It's kind of my designated fall shade, and some of the mauvier shades it looks really nicely on top of as well. This one kind of just made me fall head over heels for the Buxom cream formula, which is why I ended up picking up, like I told you, I actually just purchased another one because I'm running kind of low on this. It's the Buxom Dolly lip cream. And this is the one I told you earlier, like I had the other shade in it. Let me see if I can find it. Is that Dolly? Yeah, that's Dolly. So here is the difference between the two. You can see this one's a little bit deeper. It kind of has more of a pinkier complexion to it, whereas this one's just a little bit more, I hate using the word everyday because every day, is subjective, but this one I throw on all the time. Like it never fails me. And this one sometimes is a little too pink, a little too, I don't know, it just doesn't quite do it for me the way that the cream does. But I still love this one. I love this one too. If I had to choose, this is the one I'd go for. So here's one that I honestly just need to declutter. It's from Bite Beauty, and it just looks so incredibly separated. I can't even remember how much I used it. It was definitely, I liked it. It was fine, but I really expected to love it because it was one of their like coffee glosses in the shade. I know these aren't available anymore. Dirty Chai. And like, I love chai teas. I love chai tea lattes. I love it all. So it like drew me in that way too, but this is just a no-go. It got everywhere. It didn't taste very good or smell very good, like ever. And that may be because it's a more natural type product. I don't know, but I'm definitely decluttering this one. And then on that note, I'm going to go ahead and take this one out. I might keep this in a side container. I have a side container with products that like sometimes I like to refer to. So if this is still available, I may do that, but I know I'm never going to use it. So if you see it in future videos, not a fraud. That's just what I do with it. And then where's that other one I was considering decluttering? Oh, the Makeup Obsession. Another lip gloss formula that I adore is the Nars lip gloss formula. Here's one of the shades that I have. The only problem is they do also have that problem with like the residue on the sides. It's just very hard to keep them clean, so they get sticky and are hard to bring around. But here is one shade. This one's discontinued, so, doesn't matter too much. And there's a chance that this one is as well. It's the shade Salamanca. And this is such a fun, bright shade. Rarely use it, but I really do like it. If it's available, I'll link it below, but I just don't think it is. So, just a quick disclosure. Jane Iredale did send these to me a while back, and I like them okay, but they are a little bit sticky. I do like the way that they look a lot if you're looking for like a glossy sheen, especially this shade in particular, Pink Lady. This shade's a little unnatural in my opinion, but it's kind of fun. Like I like using it. I've used it a few times. That's Pink Candy. Whenever I'm wanting like a look that's going to be a little bit more 90s or even 80s. It can look really cool that way. So that's kind of my purpose for this one. But this one is just nice and pretty to top over a bunch of the different things basically year round. It's a good universal type shade. They are a little sticky, so they're not my favorite for that reason, but they serve a purpose in my collection. Here's one I really do not like. It's the Jouer Lip Topper, and let me see. I think this is in the shade Saint Tropez, and this was such a shame for me because I remember being really interested in it. I went to New York, went to the Birchbox store, was so excited to finally get something from Jouer, and this was kind of a letdown. It didn't feel very good. The glitter in it was really chunky. It just didn't really, like, it looked like just chunks of glitter on my lips, and it felt that way too. But it had a really good like birthday cake type of scent to it and flavor to it, so I liked that. But this is definitely one of those that I am going to declutter now. And like I mentioned earlier, it's probably going to go in that side box that I can use for comparisons if this is still available, but it's not going to be my collection anymore. Now for another one of the Laneige Lip Glowy Balms. This is actually the first one I ever had. It's in the shade Grapefruit. I love this for the spring and summertime because it has this perfect little like peachy pink look to it that just, I don't know, I really like it. It's one that I don't love wearing as much in like the fall times specifically, just because it can look kind of odd, just the peachy like look to it, the orangey warmth. But it is beautiful. It is one that I always have with me. I just love it. So this one I'm also going to be decluttering. This is the Bare Minerals Gen Nude Lip Gloss. It's like the like no shimmer one. I don't know exactly, but the shade is Totally. And really for me, the way that I feel about this one is that I really like the like nudie type color to it just because I don't have a lot of shades like this in my collection, but the formula on it is just sticky. It doesn't feel good. And at this point, it probably even is expired. And so this is another one of those that I'm going to put in that box aside if it's still available. So then that way I can use it for comparisons, but it is, again, leaving the collection. Okay, so here are 3 of the, I think it's called the Sheer Slick Tinted Lip Oils from Merit. I did receive these as PR from Merit. Just, you know, there was no obligation to talk about them or anything, but the shades that I have are Taupe, Bel Air, and Au Naturel. And of these, I honestly like the Taupe one a lot more than I was expecting to. It's a little bit more of like a brownier shade, and like I mentioned with a second ago with the Bare Minerals gloss, I really don't have a ton of those in my collection. And then I love the shade Bel Air. It's just kind of this shimmery, clear shade, and it looks beautiful on the lips, but I do like to note that like it's not something that isn't gonna have a, like it is something that's not gonna have a scent or anything, which is really nice because I know a lot of people have aversions to scents, and this has like no detectable scent on it, which is really nice. This gloss became one of my favorites very quickly. It is the Lifter Gloss from Maybelline. Here's what it looks like in the shade Moon. So this is the one that is supposedly a dupe for the Fenty Gloss and Fenty Glow. And you can see, in my opinion, I think this one's a little bit pinkier and a little bit lighter in tone. And I actually like that a little bit better. I love the formula on this. It has like this nice, some people will say it does not have like a good smell on it. I've heard from many people, even in my life, because I've recommended it to a lot of people. I think it has a vanilla scent, like very sweet, and I really enjoy it. A lot of people don't. So, you know, don't take my word on that, but I guess, because take it with a grain of salt, I guess is my point. But I love the formula on this. It feels really good. It just hydrates a decent amount too. Like it never leaves my lips feeling like depleted or anything after I take it off or as it wears off throughout the day. It's just a perfect one to throw in the purse and have with me whenever. Here is a Marc Jacobs lip gloss. It's one of the enamored lip glosses, and what shade do I have? I think I have it in the shade Love Potion. No, Love Buzz. And it's just kind of this iridescent pinky purple mauve shade. I like it. It's not my favorite. Like, I really do like the formula on it. I feel like I have very few qualms with it, but I don't want to stay on it for too long just because it's like becoming discontinued. You may be able to still find it some places, so if you're really into this shade or whatever. And honestly, if you do find it at a discounted price, I think that makes it especially worth it. At the original price, you know it's good. I don't know if I would be like, you have to run and get it, like absolutely, just because at this point in time, there are better lip glosses on the market. But this one, it's a really good one. So if you can find it at a discounted price, I would snag it. So this is one of the Bobbi Brown Crushed Oil Infused lip glosses in the shade, I honestly can't remember. Oh, Free Spirit is this shade, and I like it. I really like the formula on it. It's kind of like a more oily based gloss, so you do have to be careful with it when it comes to like, you know, getting outside the lines of your lips a little bit, but I really like the comfort on it, and you don't have to apply it like reapply it too much. The only thing is the shade is a little bit warm for me on the day-to-day. At this point, I love wearing it during the fall, but like during the summer months, I just find myself kind of veering away from it just a little bit more, but it's one that I like and I honestly forget about, so I need to grab it more often. Moving on to probably my favorite formula of lip gloss at the drugstore. These are the NYX Butter Glosses. I'm sure you've heard so many different people talk about it. I like the kind of this deeper shade. Really, it's not that deep, but it's a little bit more mid-toned, I guess you could say. And that's the one on the left, Tiramisu. And then the one on the right is Creme Brulee, which is kind of a lighter, pinkier shade. Both beautiful, both get a lot of use in my collection, and for like $5, they're great. So here is kind of a newer one to me. I don't even know if I've gotten a chance to use this. I got this Rare Beauty lip gloss. Let me see exactly the shade, or the like name of it. Nearly Mauve is the name of this shade, and I really like the shade when I've swatched it, but I have to be honest, I got it in a set with another lip product from Rare Beauty. I don't know the name on it, but it was one of the dewy lip balms or whatever. Loved that. So I've been using that a lot more and haven't, you know, gotten a chance to play around with this. So I'll be letting you know my thoughts further down the line on that one. Here's another kind of oily based lip gloss, and this one is the Oil Infused Lip Tint from Nars in the shade Primal Instinct. Love this. It's so great for the summer when you just want a little bit of a wash of color on the lips and a little bit of glow. Absolutely beautiful. I love Nars lip products, but especially their glossy ones. So here I have one of the Wet n Wild lip slicks. Let me see what shade this is. It's in the shade Cherish, and this can be really pretty for like a certain type of look. It's kind of a shimmery, more peachy pink shade. I don't get a ton of use out of it, but I do like having it in my collection for the times that I am wanting something like this. And then now for another lip product from Wet n Wild. This is their Mega Slicks. This is in like the older packaging of that line, but I love this shade. It's Bronze Berry, and this, over some of the lipsticks that I have that are kind of this shade, even metallic-y ones, like it just looks so pretty, kind of more elevated, sophisticated type look, and I love having it in my collection. And if I run out and the shade is still available, I will be getting another. And then here is one from Winky Lux that I do not really enjoy. It's their Pink Lemonade Lip Plumper. It is not comfortable at all. It definitely plumps the lips a little bit. It gives a little bit of a pink shimmer to the lips, but the pain level, like it just does not feel good. Just like spicy and uncomfortable, and not it. It isn't, and it stays no matter if you take the product off, if you leave it on, whatever the case may be. Not a fan. Here is one of the Dose of Colors lip glosses in the shade, I think this is On Repeat. This lip gloss formula, I love it. It has like barely any shimmer to it. This is kind of like a mid-toned rosy shade, really pretty. Just exactly, just like so many of the other shades that I have in my collection. Really enjoy. Moving on to this one, which I like so much. It's just one from Kylie Cosmetics in the Cocoa Gloss. So pretty. It has like this, it's perfect. It's probably the one that I go to, like formals, everything, like senior pictures, like every time I need a gloss that's just going to be, my perfect, My Lips But Better shade with a little bit of shimmer. This is it. This is what I go for. Pictures really well. So then I also have this lip balm. It's the Glowy lip balm from Laneige in the shade Gummy Bear. I love this one. It's so fun. It does have a little bit of a purpley tint to it, so it can it really doesn't, it's not much at all, hardly detectable, but for me, I'm a little, I wouldn't say self-conscious, but I'm just careful when I'm wearing it. So that is Gummy Bear from Laneige. So then I just have this sample of a Winky Lux lip gloss. Here's what it looks like. This is one of their, what is the shade? Glazed Lips. And it is, I don't know what shade it's in, but I do like it. I've worn it a few times. It's just a little bit different than some of the other ones I have, but it can top really nicely over nudie type lip glosses. So I keep it around for that reason. Okay, here I have a plumping lip gloss from ColourPop. It's the So Juicy lip gloss. It's a little bit sticky. It has a little bit of a more thick consistency, not the most comfortable in the world, so that's kind of my qualms with this one, but I really like the shade on it. I think it's Roundabout, but I want to get some more because, well, I really don't, to be honest. I was because they do have some good looking shades, but as for the formula, I don't really enjoy it that much. So that is it. That is today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I would love to hear your thoughts on the products that I talked about today and your favorite lip glosses or ones you don't like. Anything you want to share, I'd love to hear it in the comments below. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe before you go and give this video a like if you want to see more content similar to it. But again, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great couple of days until the next video goes live, and I will see you when it does. Bye!